So here we have the 2021 Mazda 6, and this is the Carbon Edition. Comes in polymetal gray on red leather interior. And this is the Skyactiv G Turbo. So the powertrain consists of a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. And that gets you 250 horsepower and 320 pound-foot of torque when using premium fuel. And then 227 horsepower, 310 pound-foot of torque with 87. There's our front end there with our LED daytime running lights and headlamps. And then down here, we have 19-inch black aluminum wheels. You get passive keyless entry on the front 2 doors. And here we have the controls for the power door locks, windows, mirrors, Bose sound system. And here's our power driver seat with power lumbar support and memory seating. Really like that leather. So actually really good leg room back here. I'm 6'3" and I'm able to sit behind the seat that's adjusted for me. And the seat is just, it's not bulky up top, so it makes it so I can actually kind of slide my knees in here. And it's actually not uncomfortable at all, as I have this space here if I need to put my leg right there. And then I have space over here as well, as long as no one's in the middle seat. So I like that. And there we have rear AC vents. And there's our middle seat. And check this out. 3-stage heated seats for the outboard. Super nice, and I love how they put that in there. Really sleek. And there's our trunk space there. And then of course we can fold the seats flat by pulling up on this on either side. But really good trunk size, excuse me. And there's a look at the back end there with your LED tail lamps, dual exhaust, and I love the spoiler. Really nice. So far, super impressed with this Mazda 6. So like I said, the seat folds flat when it's scooted up, the front seat scooted up far enough. And then you can just lock it back into place by pushing up on it. And there we have our power passenger seat. And I just love the look of these. Ever since they redesigned them, just really nice. Well, let's see what's under the hood. And there's that 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. But now top in the driver's seat. So here's our leather wrap steering wheel. Looks really nice. And I really like the feel of the leather. So here we have our navigation screen. then we have XM, AM, FM, and then your Pandora, Bluetooth, and Apple CarPlay. And there's our backup camera. Then down here, we have our dual zone automatic climate controls. You can toggle the heated steering wheel. Then you also have 3-stage heated and cooled seats for the driver and passenger. And for your shifter, you hit the button back here, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can slap over to use your manual mode either with the shifter or with these paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. And then here you can toggle your sport mode on and off. We have an electronic parking brake, pull up to engage, press down to disengage, automatic brake hold, and then the controls for our radio, so we can scroll through here like I was doing earlier. Then we have a back button where you can toggle the media, the home, the nav, and then our volume, and then we can mute. And then we have cup holders, and you can kind of stow those away. And we have our center console cubby space. So pretty small size, but it's nice and deep, so I like how they did that. And you have an SD card reader, 2 USB ports, an aux input, and then of course a 12-volt there. And then we have a power sunroof. We can one-touch slide or tilt. And there's a view of the back seat from up here. And there's our glove compartment with owner's manuals. To the left side of our steering wheel, we have our volume controls, Bluetooth controls, and then our trackless or radio station controls. And then we can go through our gauge cluster. And then to the right side of the steering wheel, we have our gap adjust for the adaptive cruise. And then we can turn it on and off. And then we can adjust the speed here. And if you look closely, we have our heads-up display as well. A really good picture there. The camera doesn't do it any justice, but it looks really nice. And there's our push button start. And finally, here's our key fob. The buttons are on the side there. But next, we're gonna go ahead and take this Mazda 6 out on the road for a quick test drive. So right off the bat, I can feel the turbo pull. And one thing I like is with the paddle shifters, you can use them when you're just in your regular drive mode, and then you hold the right shifter and it'll just automatically go back to automatic mode. But if you put it in the stick shift mode, it'll stay like that until you put it back in a drive. So that's really helpful if you're just trying to pass somebody on the interstate, but you want to keep cruising after the fact. You can just hit the paddles, hold this, turn them off. And the shifts are very responsive, which I like. ride is really smooth. Even with these bigger 19-inch wheels and the skinny tires, they have a little noise coming from them, which is to be expected, but nothing all that would bother me, at least. Gonna do some downshifts here. And next we're gonna go ahead and put into sport mode. Yeah, this sport mode is really peppy, I can already tell. I'm gonna give some throttle coming out of this corner. Woo! Oh my, yes. Yeah, that's nice right there. Really nice. And it doesn't really have a really loud engine or loud exhaust, but it's fast. Like really fast for this kind of car. So I'm just testing the adaptive cruise here. As you can see, it's slowing the car down to keep a safe distance between myself and the vehicle in front of me. And as I adjust the gap, it'll get closer. So far, this car has been really impressive all the way around, from the exterior styling to the interior, even how comfortable the seats are. And the driving experience is really, really great. And I have the cooled seat on now, and it's ice cold, and it's on the lowest setting. So that is, oh, that's really nice. I'd say this is one of the best cooled seats I've ever experienced. Like it's like it's blowing, it's like the freezer's open on my back. So with all that being said, I am very impressed with the 2021 Mazda 6 Carbon Edition.